Hi, and welcome to Week 1 lecture for English 123 Intermediate Composition. My name is Jennifer Green, and I am honored to be your instructor for this course. A little bit about me: I am a high school administrator in my day job, and I work for Cal Baptist as an adjunct professor. I've been here for about 2 years, and I absolutely love it. There's nothing else that brings me more joy than teaching English and writing to you adults. I want you to know that at any time you are always available to contact me. Email is a good way to catch me, but also you can call me or text me, and I've given you my personal cell phone number. Please don't hesitate to use it. I will take your call if I'm willing and available. For this week, let's take a look at our objectives. We are going to do an introductory blog as one of your assignments to get to know each other, and I'm going to go over my grading policy, an overview of this course, and the activities that you're going to be doing for this week. So your first assignment in Blackboard is an introduction blog. This is a 10-point assignment where you're going to do a write-up introducing yourself by name, your major, your career and educational goals here at CBU, and what you feel are your strengths and your weaknesses related to writing. You are given a reference of some page numbers in your St. Martin's Guide, so go ahead and take a look at those pages, do your reading, and then put in a response. It's also nice for you to respond to one another, get to know each other, because you are going to be asked to call on each other as peer editors for some of our writing assignments, so it might be nice to make some connections early on. For the nuts and bolts of this class, your attendance will be taken by your online participation each week, so it's important that you stay logged in and keep up with the assignments. There will not be a sign-in sheet because we do not meet as a hybrid class, but I will need to be accountable for who is attending and participating based on your interactions in the blog and your work that's submitted on time by Sunday of each week. We have 2 textbooks for this class, and if you took English 113 with CBU, then you already have the books. And this is the Writer's Brief Handbook and the St. Martin's Guide to Writing. These are the same books. If you have an older edition, the 9th edition, it'll work. For the most part, some of the chapters and page numbers are different, but the overall chapters are the same. And then the 10th edition is the one that we're going to currently reference in this class. As far as my grading policy, it's very simple, very cut and dry, ABC scale. There's no curve. It's real cut and dry. The late work policy. This class, as an 8-week class, moves very fast, and it's really important for you to stay current with your assignments. I do not encourage you to get in the habit of procrastinating or submitting late assignments. The policy for this class is that for each day late, and that is after Sunday, most of the assignments are due by day 7, which is Sunday. Each day late, you will lose 10% of the grade, the total points of the grade for that assignment. And so I do ask that you contact me. I know that life happens, and sometimes we have some emergencies in our family and in our personal life. So if you could just contact me ahead of time and let me know and work something out, we could discuss an extension. But for the most part, it's really important for you to stay current with your assignments. For office hours, I'm going to be available. I'm always available by email and by cell phone, so that's not a problem. But I will set aside every Wednesday from 7 until 8 or even 9 if it's necessary, to have virtual office hours through WebEx. So I will set up a chat room, and I'll email you the information so that you can call in, or you can, there'll be a login and a password, and you can log in and we can do it through the webcam. It's kind of like Skype. As far as your major assignments for this week, you have several major assignments. The first one is, and these are all expository writing assignments. The first one is where you're going to write a controversial issue paper. It's called Arguing a Position, and that'll be your first large paper, and that'll be due week 2, and I'll get into that more next week. After that, you're going to write a problem and solution paper, and this is going to be a two-part series where the first part is where you're going to talk about the causes of a problem and present the problem to us. And then the second part, the 2B, is proposing a solution to your problem. So that's a two-part essay over the courses of weeks 3 and 4. And then the second half of our class, weeks 5 through 8, is going to be specifically focused on our research project. And that's a large research paper that you're going to write, and it's supposed to be related to some aspect of your major. And that is your final exam, that paper. And like I said, we will take several weeks to write it, breaking it down in small pieces. And then you'll also do, for your very final assignment in week 8, your discourse community project, which is a 100-point multimedia presentation. If you will, it's slightly similar to the genre presentation that you did if you took English 113 with CBU. So this is just an overview. It's not anything to overwhelm you. This is what we're doing through the whole entire 8 weeks. So, like I just said, this is an expository writing class. It's academic writing, all research-based. Okay, the first 4 weeks of our class is all about academic writing. You're going to do research. You're going to review your citing MLA and or APA. Depends on your major. You'll get to choose whichever one you want to use. We're going to do a little bit of grammar review today, but not much after today or this week. You're expected to kind of have these skills honed in at this point. So if you have any weak areas, I might just direct you to some reference guides to kind of brush up on those skills on your own. And we're also going to discuss the genre of argumentation in your writing. Paper number 1, and this is the first paper that you're going to write next week, is a position paper where you get to argue a side. It's also called a controversial issue paper. So, this is a paper that's going to answer the question of a should. Should this be allowed to happen? You want to think of a topic where there definitely is a disagreement because you want to argue a side. There isn't anything to argue if nobody's going to disagree with you, if there's not another opposing viewpoint, if you will. So think of it as a should question. Should nonprofit organizations use advertising strategies of a for-profit company? Should whatever you think is going to be your topic. Okay, should businesses be allowed to use all temp employees for their business instead of hiring and paying salaries with health insurance? There's another example. There's any kind of thing you could do. The second paper you're going to write, which is in week 3, is an essay that talks about a cause of a problem. Okay, you're going to explore a problem, present a problem in society, and look into all of the probable causes of this problem. Is there a trend, a series of things? Is there a one-time phenomenon that caused this problem? You want to ask yourself why. Why does this happen? And this is a paper we're going to look only at the causes of our problem. And this is the one that's the 2-part series. And then on week 4, you're going to present your solution to the problem. And this is also argumentation, where you're going to argue that your solution, this one particular solution, will fix the problem and solve it. Okay? And again, I'm just reviewing the overview of the class. The last 4 weeks, like I mentioned, focuses on your research paper. And so you're going to dig deep into a specific area of your major, related to your major, where you're going to gather research and you're going to create your own archive, your own library that's going to help you save your resources and use them in the future as part of your major. The final assignment that will be submitted is going to be a 10 to 12 page paper. That is like I said, we're writing it over 3 or 4 weeks, and it is your final exam for this class. We will take it step by step. I know it seems daunting and overwhelming to write such a large paper, but we're going to do this piece by piece, and it won't be that bad. I promise you that. Okay, so we're going to take a look at week 1.